obviously we mentioned a little while ago that you were coming from a meeting talking about Venezuela. I would suspect, and please correct me if I'm wrong, that the timing of this does seem to dovetail with Venezuela, where we have had an issue, where we've had a situation now in this conflict where Admiral Halsey has decided to step down over what is seemed to be potential conflict with the orders given in the Southern Command. He was head of Southern Command, will step down in December. You have the UK, historically close ally, if not our closest ally, suspending intelligence operations, intelligence sharing in this region because of concerns they have over the legality of these operations. The United Nations is calling these operations potential extrajudicial killings and violations of some of international law. So, um, I is this kind of a warning slash heads up to America that there's something hinky, to use a technical term, happening in Southcom, and that people should be aware of it?
Uh, yes, and this is a culmination of months and months of weird and erratic, and in some cases possibly illegal behavior domestically as well.
Sure.
Hundreds of executive orders that have been questioned. And orders that have been questioned for their legality, and many of them have gone through the courts as recently as yesterday. There was a ruling that the deployment of our troops to Washington, D.C. was illegal.
Yep.
So it's kind of a crescendo, a buildup of those kinds of concerns about the legality of what's going on, not only in the military, but also in our civilian sector. And then you're not wrong to identify that, there's a aircraft carrier sitting off the coast of Venezuela right now with infantrymen in it. And that's interesting and worrisome. And there's, as you mentioned, one of our most decorated admirals who's in charge of this area, who just says, you know what, I'm going to take leave at this point in time. And we haven't been able really collectively to get any real reasons why that's happened. And I mentioned earlier this morning that I'm really concerned because this Congress hasn't asked for those answers. We haven't been briefed on any of the intelligence that's justified any of the attacks in the Caribbean. We haven't had any sort of back channel or formal explanation of why he left command. And we also know that some of the JAGs in the area who are responsible for this have called into question the legality of what's going on. And so it's for all of these reasons, not one single event, but rather sort of a culmination of things that this statement was made. And again, I would encourage your listeners to watch in full the statement because it couldn't be more simple. It was, as you've mentioned, a bunch of folks of now serving in Congress and the Senate who have served before the country, reminding our soldiers and sailors of all ranks and stripes of their obligation to the Constitution and their oath. And that's it. That's the message.